it's Dave Champlin again, and this is a video especially for freshmen and first year transfer students coming with less than 24 college credits when they start at USM. And this video is really about, well, what are you likely to take your first semester at USM? And before we get to the nuts and bolts of those classes, I want to mention something about your interests. And you know, some of you don't have a clue, right? You just don't know what you're interested in the long run, what career path you might take. And others of you have a specific passion. You want to go to dental school, like that, you know, and it's familiar to everybody, you know, that you know, people go to dental school. And then others of you have something you're really passionate about that almost nobody's ever heard of, you know, or is very unusual. And in biology programs, we're ready for all three of those qualities. And it's really important when we get into the nuts and bolts of classes to bear in mind that students are coming to those classes with those different motivations. Don't know, common passion, unusual passion. Because your classes are not designed to help you with those, really. You know, you'll be learning the foundational principles of science and math. And so it's really important for you, especially right away in your first semester here, to reach out maybe to a student club or to faculty about the kind of stuff you're interested in, where you think you might go, things like that. There are a lot of resources and a lot of opportunities. You might not do an internship for a couple of years, but knowing it exists and is out there is a great motivator for you to hang in there, you know, and crank through these introductory courses like that. On the other hand, you might start something right away. Let's say you're really psyched about, you know, turtles. You're going to be a turtle biologist, like that. And so you can talk to faculty, you know, what kind of research is going on in turtles, or maybe reptiles, like that, or animal biology, you know. At USM and in this area, you know, maybe there's a turtle expert here, and it'd be nice to know that right away, you know, just to know that either you could start working with them right away or look forward in the future. Then there can be surprises, you know. Somebody might suggest that, oh, if you're really interested in turtles, you ought to contact Portland Trails, portlandtrails.org. Why is that? Well, people at Portland Trails are interested in habitats in urban settings, and watersheds, and healthy environments for people and animals and plants at the same time. And so, you know, your interest in turtles may be lifelong, but it may take an interesting twist. You know, you may end up being an urban planner, helping with watersheds and helping to keep, you know, turtle environments clean and safe, like that. So there's a lot of that, and you know, we got to talk about classes, but you know, please reach out and take advantage of the resources. I've said in other videos on this website that USM is really in a great environment, a great setting in Southern Maine to get these kind of experiences and really connect and complement your coursework. Okay, so for courses, your first semester here, all of you are going to take a course called EYE. It's a general education requirement, and it is entry year experiences. And there are a variety of different topics to choose from. You can use the class search function on the website links here to find the different topics taught in EYE. And that course is really a way to introduce you to college, introduce you to the resources at USM, and really help you take off successfully at USM. And so you got to sign up for an EYE course. There are lots of them, so you have a lot of different ways of fitting that into your schedule. But it's good to start looking at those, and because there'll be some topic that you're interested in, and you know, it might be a couple of sections. Be aware that the courses at USM are taught on different campuses, and the class search function shows you which campus and time and so forth. So start building your schedule knowing you have taken EYE. All of you have to take a college English course, and with very rare exception, it will be English ENG 100. Lots of sections of that. You can start looking at that. Some of you will come with AP exam scores for English or other topics, and you can look at the transfer credit website for information about AP credits and other kind of transfer credits that you may be able to get out of certain courses at USM. but generally everybody's going to be taking an EYE, and everybody's going to be taking an English 100. And then the next thing to mention is elsewhere on this website I have a link to a kind of a chalk talk about what math classes you take. And if you watch that, you'll see that it kind of convinces just about everybody that they ought to just go ahead and start taking some math. Wherever you're at with math, you ought to find out what you need to take and start taking it. Some of it's required for intro bio, intro chem, and it's a good lead into the physics courses you're required to take. So, just about everybody's going to take a math class, and you can figure out what math class you need to take by looking at that chalk talk. So we've already sort of built a pretty significant first semester schedule. Then it makes sense to talk about, well, maybe you'll take some intro biology or intro chemistry. And again, that math chalk talk shows you that you have to have some math to get into those classes. And so depending on your math, you may take intro chem, intro bio, and very quickly your schedule is set. Beyond that, a likely course might be another general education requirement. And the general education link on this website has a nice flow diagram for the core curriculum, those general education requirements, to show you that flow that you'll go through. And you can look at it and you can see that there are some other general education courses that you could take your first semester. And most students won't start taking those beyond EYE, English, and math. Most students won't start taking those until second semester, but you could take advantage of those, and maybe you're ready to take one of those classes. So you can look into that. That's a possibility. Other students will just want to take a general course, maybe a business course. Maybe you're thinking about a minor in business or some other topic, something else you're interested in, and that's a good way to complement your schedule. One thing that science professors always emphasize is that it's good to jump in with science courses so that you don't end up with your last year at college being only science courses. That becomes pretty hard to do, and it's hard to schedule also. So try to take some general education requirements, but try to sprinkle them through your college career like that. And so try to jump in with science wherever you're at with that is good. It's surprising that maybe, even though you're a biology major, you might not take biology the first semester. The intro biology is taught fall, spring, and summer. A lot of students taking it and taking it starting at different points in time. It is good if you're ready with the math. It's really good to jump into chemistry because that's a big sequence. You have to go through a sequence of a couple of years of chemistry at least for a biology major. So it's good to get started on that. And so then kind of to summarize, well, you'll take an EYE. Lots of sections and topics for you to pick from and fit into a nice schedule. Then English 100, almost certainly going to take that. Math, figuring out what math is right for you, and good advice to take that. And then that'll help you determine whether you can take some chemistry or biology this first semester. And if you can, you might take chemistry and just get going on that. And not take biology till next semester. That works out fine. Then finally, remember this idea of your interests. So whether you're clueless what you want to do or you have some real strong interests, pursue those while you're jumping into these classes. That person that loves turtles, nobody is going to talk about turtles in their classes, right? You're going to sit through a lot of chemistry, a lot of math, a lot of biology, and even in those bio courses, it's just, maybe there's a page in the book that's got a picture of a turtle, even though turtles are awesome and turtles are your life like that, and as you go through, and your interests emerge, just be aware of that courses are not built to address your specific interests. They're built to build foundations and principles, that you can really understand turtles and teeth and anything else well. All right, so good luck and let us help. Okay, thanks.